Hey everyone, welcome back to the slashGROUP podcast. It's been a fucking hot...
We're not dead!
Hot minute. We're not dead. Well, at least Jordan and I aren't dead. Because Jesse's still not here. Because Jesse is a big grown-up man with a big grown-up job now.
Yep.
And he's got some big grown-up things going on. So, he's... Hard to plan things with because he's got other people's lives at stake, sort of.
In a way,
he's a teacher. I don't know if we've said that before.
Yeah,
he teaches, and he's a music teacher, and he has like 3 like plays or musicals or concerts or something that he has to do. So he's just like busy.
Yeah, he's busy, yeah.
Jordan was busy, and now Jordan is not busy.
It was many a moon of holiday hours, and oh boy, I'm glad it's over.
Yeah, I bet. I can't even imagine. I, on the other hand, have basically been sitting here with my dick in my hand, not knowing what to do. Because while there's been a lot of stuff game-wise to play, I just very little on the PC that I've been playing other than Overwatch and World of Warcraft, and I don't really like recording that stuff, so because
it's been a hot minute since I guess I don't know. There's a lot of things that happen. I don't know.
Everything.
Everything.
So I mean, we have a lot that we want to talk about, but we're just gonna kind of fucking wing it because literally everything in the world happened in the last 2 months, and we're obviously not gonna get to it all. I know one of the first things that pops into my head, because it's a recent thing, there's 2 things that are mainly in my head right now. So the first thing I'll get out of the way is Monster Hunter World comes out tomorrow on the day that we're recording this. When does this go out? This is probably going to go up on a Saturday, so yesterday
it'll have been out one whole day.
And I will have not moved from my couch for about 24 hours.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so that comes out tomorrow. I'm super duper excited. I mean, we talked about that game when it was announced on the show.
Oh yeah, E3. Yeah. Wait, yeah, that was last summer, was it?
Yep. Yeah, that was over the summer because
I
pre-ordered
August? June?
I pre-ordered the game in September. So that should give you a little bit of a time frame. So that comes out tomorrow. I'm super duper excited, as I said. I know Jesse will be playing that, along with my friend Paul, because we've been playing those games together. Oh, you should. It's been getting really good reviews.
How many multiplayer people can join together? Like, is there a certain cap?
I don't know. Yeah,
because that's not, to my knowledge, there's no like PvP in that, right? Like, there's no like team battles.
No.
So it's all co-op. I mean, it'd be cool if you could just invite a bunch of people. I imagine they won't make it so you can do like 30 people teams.
No, it's small. It's like
3 people, 5 people?
3 or 4 others. I think it might be a total of 4 people that you can join. 4-player co-op, so you can have 3 people.
Okay.
So, I mean, it'll be cool. This will be the first Monster Hunter game that I've played that I already know I'm going to have more than Paul and Jesse playing. Because the last few games have been on the 3DS, and a lot of people never really played Monster Hunter, or
the original games weren't. I mean, they weren't handhelds, right? They were.
The first Monster Hunter game was on PlayStation 2, and that's the first game that I played, and I was fucking obsessed with
2 generations ago.
Yeah.
Like 2.5 generations ago.
Yeah. I mean, like, I have very fond memories of literally bringing my PlayStation 2 and the game over to my friend's house, and he had his parents had this portable television that they used in their camper, and the thing had like a VHS player built into it. Like, and it was tiny. It was maybe like
what's VHS?
Maybe like 12. Shut up. It's like that fucking Apple commercial where the girl's like, "What's a computer?" I hate that so much. But yeah, so it was like a 10-inch screen or something stupid, and I had played Monster Hunter on that, and he would play on his TV, and oh god, it was just so fun. And then Monster Hunter 2 didn't come out in the States originally, and they ported it onto like the PSP, I want to say. And I never had a PSP, so I never got to play 2. And then Try came out on the Wii U.
Well, that's kind of a...
So, yeah, I believe that's what...
Skip it. I mean, I guess if they came out on the PSP, that's the same time that the PS3 was out, so I guess they didn't really skip a generation, but they skipped like consoles for
they skipped consoles. So let me see if I just want to make sure that I'm right. Yeah, no, sorry. Try was released on the Wii, and Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, which was pretty much the same thing, was released on the 3DS and the Wii U, so you could play on either. And the cool thing about that was if you had both, you could transfer your character between them, I believe. But I just played on the Wii U. And then Generations came out on, which is pretty much... Oh, shit, I'm trying to think now. Fuck.
That's 3DS, isn't it?
Monster Hunter 4 was released on the 3DS, but I think that it was only released in Japan. Shit, is that right? Let me look at wait.
I have no clue.
Give me a second. I have them. Just let me look at my...
Oh.
I don't know if my mic can pick me up from where I am, but...
You're like further away, but I can kind of hear.
Yeah, so... Oh, Jesus Christ, I just smashed into my desk. So Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate was released on the 3DS worldwide, so that was that was after the Wii U version. And then Generations came out, and that was kind of like... They had a lot of throwbacks to like the original Monster Hunter and like a lot of the other games in it, hence Generations. And that came out 2 years ago-ish, year and a half ago. That was also on the 3DS. So there was like 3 games that I played with Paul and Jesse since college, I guess, that have been on Nintendo. So this is the first. It's like the first dive back into a home console. It's actually on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and eventually PC. But that's not until like the end of the year, I think. But yeah, I'm excited. So I have Paul and Jesse, and then
possibly me,
possibly you, and
I mean, well, so what?
Josh
does it say,
said he was thinking about it.
Does it say the multiplayer cap? Because that's the thing. I
4.
did play the beta.
Yeah.
I didn't see a multiplayer thing. I don't know. Maybe all I did was I downloaded it, I loaded it up, and I just jumped right into it.
Yeah. I mean, that's all you can really do with the...
I felt very overwhelmed. It just seemed like there was a lot. I don't know if that was like on purpose or not. Like
that's how all their demos are. They basically
was like 10 weapons I could use right away, and I was like, which one do I use? What do I? Whoa,
yeah. So if you get the game, typically they'll start you out with the sword and the shield.
Okay.
And then, actually, do they do it? Did they do it in the last one? In the last one, I think they give you one of every weapon, like in your you have.
That's
like
what it seemed. That's what it seemed like. It seemed like there was one of every type of weapon.
Yeah. So because the demo, they want you to be able to play with all the different weapon types, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I think in the game, it's a little less overwhelming because it's not like pick which one you want to start with. It's like, all right, here's your game. We're giving you the sword and shield. When you get to your home base thing. there's usually a chest, and in that chest they give you, if it's not one of every weapon, it's like a handful. But you've never played any of the Monster Hunters, huh?
So I want to say that maybe I rented through Blockbuster Monster Hunter. Yeah. If it was on the PlayStation 2, I feel like I might have rented it, but it doesn't feel like a title that super grabbed my attention.
Yeah.
And I've just known about it just pretty much through you when you've mentioned it.
Yeah.
Because that's one of your favorite series.
Oh yeah, I fucking love Monster Hunter.
And I mean, it's been since PlayStation 2. It's been going on for quite a while.
2004, yeah. 14 years now.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy. But yeah, so the way the weapons work in the game, you don't just like stumble upon new weapons. You have
there's something about making, right? Isn't you gotta craft things?
So the whole point, you're like hunting monsters and you get pieces from them, right? And there's like a bunch of different types. Like you can even make weapons from like not the big ass like scary looking ones that they always show you. Like even the little guys you can make stuff from. And basically, like for example, the two that usually can start out, well, the two that are pretty basic are like the bone, we'll use the greatsword for example, and then the iron greatsword. And with parts that you get from monsters, you can then upgrade those, and they actually have different trees that they follow. So like the iron greatsword will end up at a different like final stage weapon than the bone, for example. Or and there's always like, so after you upgrade it once, it's then like, all right, well, I can now make it into these two options. Which option do I want? And then those two options will have different options. So it's pretty cool in the way that they do that. The only thing that doesn't really do that, the only thing that doesn't really do that is the armor. The armor is pretty much like, all right, I'm gonna build this Rathalos set or this like Jaggy set, and you can upgrade it so it's like it gets like some bonus stats, but you're not gonna it's not gonna turn into a completely different set. So basically, how it works is like as you progress to like stronger and stronger monsters, you're gonna want to like grind them for a little bit so you can make an armor set of a stronger monster, so you can like progress a little bit more. So there's no leveling system or anything. It's like hunting to progress, if that makes sense. And there's different there's different types of hunts. Like there's kill hunts. There's a gathering quests where you have to go and like collect a certain amount of things from certain monsters, and then there's like capture, where you have to basically beat the monster until they're limping and almost dead, and then you trap them in a thing. And those are fun. I believe this is the case. They yield more materials because you don't get to carve off the monster at the end. But yeah, so I'm super duper excited for that. If you get it, I will definitely play with you. And if you play with Paul ever, he will basically bring you the most like strategic and least time consuming route
the tactical
to like
officer.
Get to the he's ridiculous. He'll play forever too. Like when we were playing Generations, and I actually, because I didn't like playing on the 3DS too much. I did it for 4 because I was like, oh fine, it's like the only way I can play it. I really want to play 4. And then Generations came out, and I was like, all right, I just really can't do it on the 3DS anymore. It's just like the screen's too small. My hand kind of cramps up playing it.
Yeah.
So I kind of quit basically right before like all the good end game stuff. But I remember like I fell behind it for a bit, and Paul's like, all right, we're gonna like do this like we're gonna spam this hunt.
We'll catch up in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean it took longer than that, but it's fun. I enjoy it. It's I'm hoping that it does well because I want the series to keep doing well. Yeah, the other thing, now that we've been talking about that for probably too long, is Overwatch League started, which
yes,
is their esports
Yeah, that's
thing
Blizzard's.
that Blizzard's doing.
Yep.
Uh,
Seems
they
to.
have-
I haven't seen anything bad about it. Honestly, it looks like it's
yeah.
going pretty
I
strong.
mean, people are pretty impressed about like the quality of the stage and how it's shot, and they have like a custom built spectator thing so they can show you some pretty cool perspectives from in the game. There's 12 teams for those who don't know, and they're regional, but the teams kind of work like hockey. If you know how hockey works, you can pull in players from anywhere you want. So, like for instance, because of my location, I am stuck rooting for Boston, the Boston Uprising. I mean, I don't have to. I know people in the area that like other teams, like one of Jesse and I's friends likes Dallas because she likes some of the players. Dallas actually ran into some PR issues pretty early on, and they had to actually ban a player from the entire first stage of the league. Yeah, he said some stuff that he shouldn't have said on like a live stream, so he got like fined $2,000, and he couldn't play for the next like 2 weeks or whatever.
I did not hear about this. I'll be honest. All I've seen is I haven't actually actively looked at like the live streams, but I've seen the
like it's crazy. There are some crazy plays that I mean I don't.
Yeah,
watch every
I've seen some
one.
highlights.
Yeah, I don't watch every single one because that's a lot of time.
But
I'll
because
watch,
what
like,
there's like. I mean, how many is there only one game going on at a time, or I mean, there's multiple, right?
Yeah. There's one game going. So what they do is it's like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I think, or at least it is. That's the way it is. Yeah, it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and there's 3 games per day. Sorry, is that right? Yeah, there's 3 games per day. So, like yesterday. Yesterday when we were recording this, the first game was San Francisco Shock versus London Spitfire, and then the second was Shanghai Dragons versus Seoul Dynasty, and then the third was I didn't stay up to watch the third one. It was like supposed to be a really good one too, and I was just too tired. Let's see what it was yesterday. Los Angeles Gladiators versus Los Angeles Valiant. So, yeah, and then today it's Boston Uprising versus London in 4 minutes, and Philadelphia Fusion versus Seoul Excelsior at 7, and then Houston Outlaws versus Florida Mayhem at 9. Shit, I'm kind of bummed that I'm not going to be able to watch the Boston game live. But yeah, I try to watch like the matches that I think will be interesting.
Yeah.
Specifically, like I'll watch all the Boston games because
it seems to be an interesting timing too. Because how much longer are what is it? Is it essentially the playoffs or?
So it's like
I only
this is
ask
week 3
because if it's gonna be like another. What is it, like 2 weeks or 3 weeks?
It's gonna be going on in like July. It's long.
Oh, never mind.
So this is stage 1, right? And there's 5 weeks in stage 1.
Oh.
And there's 4 stages and there's 5 weeks each.
Why?
So
do they just do that to give each team like some starting ground, I guess, or
it's like not really starting, but I think they just wanna.
I'm trying to compare it to like, and I know you said, well, I guess I don't know hockey. Maybe that's why I was trying to compare it to like football, like the way that they do the football games, the football season.
So like basically every team is going to
face every other team.
Well, yeah, they do it like multiple times though.
Yeah.
They play all the other teams multiple times, and then at the end of each stage, there's like a top 2 shit. I don't know how it works. I don't actually know how it works too much. It's confusing, in my opinion, because I'm not like a huge sports person. I follow like sports very minimally. This is like the first quote unquote sport that I've been like following, but I don't fully understand how the brackets work. So at the end of each stage, there's like a $125,000 prize pool. So there clearly has to be a winner for each stage, right?
I would think so.
And then there's the playoffs, and then there's the grand finales or the grand finals, and then there's an all-star weekend. But like I said, I don't fully 100% know how that works. I don't know if the playoffs are like the winner from each stage playing, and which would make sense, I guess.
I would say, yeah.
And then the grand finals are like the winner of the playoffs. I don't know. I don't know. Well, I'll see when it comes because I don't really feel like researching how the fucking brackets work.
That's right. So
I guess I'll see it.
Overwatch League. That's that came out.
It's
I don't even think. Did we even see that coming? Was that something that they had announced?
It was something that was planned. Yeah.
Oh. So.
They were planning it for a while. So that, and then, do you have anything specific? 'Cause that was two of my
I could start jumping on to two things.
Okay.
One is I actually picked up. This is super recent, and by super recent I mean literally. Was it yesterday? It was either yesterday or the day before. I picked up a PS4 Pro.
What?
I traded in my PS4. They had a deal going on, and I had a gift card, so
nice.
I have that now. I got that all set up. It was kind of funny because I got the Battlefront PS4 Pro edition that comes with Battlefront 2.
Yeah. Yep.
Traded Battlefront 2 towards the console at the same time because I could do that.
It's not a digital download?
Nope, it was a physical copy.
Oh, wow.
And so GameStop let me do that. And I was very happy with that because I definitely didn't want that game. So I didn't even open it. I opened the box right there and I was like, so I can trade this in like literally towards the purchase of this, right? And then they're like, yeah. So the thing that's special about doing that is that PS4 Pro bundle, they marked the price down $50.
Yeah.
Because they're just trying to sell the Battlefront 2. You know, they're trying to get rid of it. And so I essentially I paid for the same price of a regular PS4 Pro. Yeah. But with trading in that game towards it, it took it down even lower.
Yeah.
So I got that.
That's pretty slick of you.
And
but now your PlayStation 4 has Battlefront 2 written on it, doesn't it?
But yeah, no, it doesn't. I don't think it actually has it written on it. I looked at it. It just has the symbols. So it has the Rebel symbol, the Empire symbol, and then I don't know. I guess it's the First Order symbol. And then the controller has the Empire symbol on it and the Rebel symbol on it. So I'm cool with that, as long as it doesn't say Battlefront, because
it says Star Wars on the front. That's what I was thinking of.
I think it says Star Wars on the front of it, on the front face of it.
Yeah.
But it's nice. Because you have a PS4 Pro as well now, right?
Yeah. Yep. I got mine with Destiny 2.
Ah, right.
Because I like the white.
That's right. Yeah. This one's it's all black, and then it just has the Star Wars symbols on it. So I'm okay with that. Yeah. It's whatever.
I'm a little bummed because the Monster Hunter World PS4 bundle is actually PS4 Pro bundle is pretty cool looking.
I asked them about it and they said it was too late if I wanted to pre-order one, so I said all right, fine, whatever.
Yeah.
Because I would have just gotten that and I get the game with it too, but
yeah, they are being sold for like $900 on Amazon right now. So
yeah, I picked that up. Now I finally have 4K gaming because I don't have that through my PC, and I don't have the Xbox One X has that, or is it S?
Yeah, X.
Does the S have it too?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Cause
it might. It probably does.
I feel like didn't they come out with the Xbox One S was the same time as the PS4 Pro?
Yep.
And then they're like, oh, by the way, we're also doing Xbox One X.
Yeah.
And it's even better.
Yeah.
Or something.
It's like,
I don't know.
It's like actually true 4K. It's not the PS4 Pro.
I'm
still not 100%
there's
sure
a boost mode. for
like upscale
older games.
I don't think it's actually like true 4K on the PS4 Pro.
I think it just
like
improves
4K.
the frames per second, and I'm okay with that as long as it's smooth. Whatever.
Oh yeah,
and the size also, because 500 gigs was I had to constantly delete games in order, because I had my PS4 Pro. I've had my PS4 since it basically came out.
So how did you back up? Did you back up all your data?
So I have PS Plus. I don't know if that was through PS Plus or not, but I have saved data in like my cloud account.
Okay.
And so I boot up the game, and then I select download like auto saves, and I can download my saves. So I did that.
Gotcha. So because what I did with my PS4 Pro, because I didn't trade anything into my towards my PS4 Pro, because originally Robin was like, "Oh, I want your PS4 when you don't need it," and I was like, "Okay, but you already have a PS4 at your apartment." She's like, "Yeah, but I want my own." Blah blah. I was like, "Okay, that makes sense, I guess." Not really, but so I didn't trade it in,
PS8,
which I'm kind of bummed about because I could have gotten more. Whatever, I'll tell you the story. So, and then Robin was also like, "Oh, I really want a Nintendo Switch. I want to play Zelda," and like I know Zelda's one of her favorite, if not her favorite, like game franchise. So
that was something I was going to talk about too.
For Christmas, I'm going to get Robin a Switch. So I traded in my PS4 towards it, and I didn't get as much money as I could have gotten if I traded it towards my PS4 Pro. But whatever.
I got an extra $50, and I was like, that's cool. It's nice. Yeah, it's $50.
Paul did the same thing. He traded in his PS4 for PS4 Pro and got the extra money. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's just money, and you can't take it with you. So
yeah.
But also, that $50 could have fed me. So I'm half salty about it, but mostly not.
Completely made of salt.
I'm low sodium about it.
Let's see. So with that PS4 Pro thing, and also just from over this whole holiday season, I got Horizon Zero Dawn's DLC, The Frozen Wilds, and I jumped into it for about. I'm still going to play it. I didn't mean to say that like I just jumped into it and then that's it. But there's a lot of games going on right now.
That's how I got Assassin's Creed Origin on like super sale over the holidays, and
that's the Egyptian one.
Yeah. Robin's been playing it and she really likes it, but I just didn't have the time to because what was I playing? Because it came. I got it like literally like the day before Xenoblade Chronicles 2 came out. So I was playing that.
Oh right.
Which is
that on the Switch?
Yeah.
Oh no, I meant Assassin's Creed.
Oh no, it's on the PS4.
Oh okay.
So she was playing that before Christmas because she didn't have a Switch yet, and then when she got the Switch, she was basically playing Zelda and Stardew Valley nonstop.
I still stick by my previous statement. Before I started playing Breath of the Wild, Horizon Zero Dawn was my game of the year for 2017.
Yeah.
But then I had to change that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, to Breath of the Wild.
Oh, you really think Breath of the Wild's better?
I think it's better now, yeah.
Yeah.
What's the absolute one thing I will say that makes it more fun, I think, in Breath of the Wild. I guess two factors that make it better. One is you can climb anything.
Yep.
You cannot climb anything in Zero Dawn. There has to be certain little grips that you can put your hands on. And I mean that's fine because I mean they have. I feel like the world is more detailed than Breath of the Wild. It's a little bit. I mean it's more cartoony than Zero Dawn is.
Yeah.
And so that I guess they use those assets from that to that. I don't know. Whatever. For whatever reason, that's what they did, and that's fine. I think that's been a thing in most Oh, hi, sir. That's been a thing in most open worlds anyways, is that like, oh, you want to be able to climb everywhere? Okay, well, here's these special grips that you need to climb on.
Yeah.
Shh, silence. So yeah, but the DLC, that's the other thing. I have not jumped into Breath of the Wild DLC. I don't know. I assume you have it.
Yeah, I got it when I got the game. The thing is, so
you can do it before beating the game, or does it ruin anything story-wise?
You can't do the second wave of DLC before you beat the game.
Okay.
The first wave you can.
Okay. Because I might pick that up maybe this weekend or next weekend or something.
So what I did, because I mean, obviously, like getting someone a game console for Christmas is kind of an expensive thing. Even with a trade-in, it was still a couple $100.
Yeah.
Plus I got her some other stuff. I got her like the case and the screen protector and like a gift card for the eShop. And instead of getting her like a full price game, because I was gonna get her Zelda, but it was still $60, and I was like, well, I'm just gonna get her the DLC, and she can borrow my game.
There you go.
Not thinking, oh shit, that means that I can't play Zelda, because the second wave of DLC came out in December, so I didn't really get to play it, because that's also when Xenoblade came out. So like everything came out like around the same time. I was like, oh, like my priorities, I don't know what to go with.
That's gonna happen again in like another like 2 weeks from now, or I think it's like 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Cause what is it? Monster Hunter World.
Yeah.
Or at least for me, this is gonna be the case for me of a couple games coming out right in this about the same span of time. Monster Hunter World comes out tomorrow. Yeah. And then I think in like another 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, there is Shadow of the Colossus.
Yep, that's on remake. The 6th of February. Yep, I'm getting that too.
And I will be getting that, definitely. Especially now that I have the PS4 Pro.
Yeah.
And then it finally got announced. It was funny, because I was in GameStop asking when the release date for the new God of War is going to be.
Oh, yeah.
And they were like, we don't know. They said 2018, possibly second to third quarter of the year. Yeah. And I'm like, damn it, okay. And then literally that day, like an hour later, Sony posts it on their Instagram, and it's April 20th.
Oh, wow, that soon. I didn't actually see what the date was.
Yeah, April 20th.
That's super soon.
So I was like, damn it. Okay, cool, fine. Wow. I'll pre-order it the next time I'm over there. But
that's crazy.
I saw one of the big pre-order things. They have a giant thing of it's got some in-game content, but then there's like 3 different action figures or whatever. Yeah. What's there's another name for that besides action figure, because it's they're basically
statue.
Desk weight or what is it, paperweights.
Statue.
Yeah, statue. And I'm like, all right, cool. I don't need that. So.
Yeah.
But I definitely am getting Shadow of the Colossus. I am excited for that. I'm hoping. I'm kind of. I'm grasping at little grains of salt, because I'm kind of hoping that they, did something new, like maybe some kind of new mechanic, or like something like a different kind of new game plus, or like costume, or I don't know, something like that. But I also feel like no, they're just won't. They just upgraded it to 4K.
Yeah, it's such a. Have you seen the videos? Like, it's
gorgeous. Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. Now there's no more of the
overhaul.
The fog. It's that was like a technical limitation. The way the reason why they basically did that, but it looks amazing, and I'm still excited for it.
Yeah, I'm so excited about those, and then the other game that's coming out in March is Ni no Kuni 2. Which
that's didn't Studio Ghibli help with that? Animate it?
Yep. So I'm super excited about that one. It got delayed, so I'm actually kind of excited about it, because it was supposed to come out, I think, shortly after Colossus. I can't remember now when it was initially released. Its initial release date was, but
Interesting.
There's that, and that's March, so I'm excited about that. Shit.
You know another thing?
Oh, Dragonball FighterZ comes out tomorrow as well.
That is correct.
Yeah, that's actually,
I've seen...
It looks so dope.
I haven't... The only bad thing I've seen about it was, like, maybe some troubles with connection.
Oh, really?
In
like
the beta. So as long as they fix that up, everything else looks like it's been pretty solid.
Looks so good. That's like a game that I would just like to have for like playing on the couch with like friends.
Apparently, the little story mode's kind of fun too. Or the story with it, because there is like a little bit of a story.
Yeah.
And then
I'll be waiting to get it, obviously, because
Monster Hunter. I don't know. Yeah, if I were to get a game first, I would probably get Monster Hunter World first.
Because fighters are not my
I don't know if I can next week, which is also the other thing
terrible
that
at all fighters except
bears in mind. What am I going to be playing for? Actually, PS4 Pro Enhanced as well. So I'm going to see how fancy that looks.
Well, I think can
you hear me?
Lost something. I don't know what happened. I'm expecting a text here shortly. Hey, that was weird.
I was still recording.
I was too, and I'm sitting here like talking, and so now like when I go and overlay everything, it's gonna be both of us like talking over each other. I'll have to do something about that.
Maybe cut that and just put some little music chime during that time. I
can just cut it, and we'll just come back to us laughing or whatever. Or
back to us. That was the little break, but yeah, the last thing I was talking about was just Wolfenstein 2. I need to jump back in that. I got the PS4 Pro. It's PS4 Pro Enhanced. So
yep, does it look better?
I'm gonna see how that's going.
Have you played it yet?
And then the other thing I was gonna say is I get a chance to play the Switch pretty often, but Ashley has in fact taken it over. And you know, before I got the Switch, Ashley was not super really a gamer. I mean, I don't mean to gamer shame, but let's see, she would play The Sims every now and then, not very often, but every now and then.
Yep.
And then you know, some mobile games. You know, like she had this one this like word game, and there was this color game that she'd play. So
color game?
I don't. It's a mobile. They're mobile games.
Sounds racist.
Free to play. And so then I got the Switch, and she was like, "Oh, you know, I want to play Mario Kart." And I was like, "All right, cool. I'll kick your butt." So I did.
Yep.
And
then Robin and I came
one day
over.
I was just like, "Oh, I'm gonna look and see what other titles are on the Nintendo store." And she's like, "Okay." And so, you know, we're just both sitting there looking at some of the titles, and then Stardew Valley pops up, and I'm like, "Oh, hey, this is that game that Derek and Robin play." And then she's like, "Oh, okay, let me see." And so I play like the little trailer for it.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Oh, cool, get it." And I was like, I mean, all right, fine, I guess. You know, I'll see what it's about. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, it's the farming kind of, like a mix of like Terraria meets Harvest Moon meets Animal Crossing. You know, there's like a little town, there's people, there's, you know, farming.
Yep.
There's mining, there's you gotta be like friends with some of the townspeople.
Yeah, I mean, you can get married to the townspeople.
Okay, I did that. You can get a dog.
You can have like full on relationships with them.
And so, you know, kind of neat, I guess. And so I was like, you know, I'm not really interested. And then I turned to Ashley, and she's like, "Let me play." And so from then on out, since then, Ashley, you know, will be like, "Hey, don't you want to go and play on the computer?" No, I wanted to play Breath of the Wild. No, you want to go and play on the computer. And so she'll take the Switch and she'll play Stardew Valley.
Oh yeah.
So
that's how it was.
She does that, and that's fun. You know, it's fine. I'm actually I'm happy because she's finally playing video games.
Yeah.
Granted, it's one that she plays by herself. I thought that there would have been some kind of multiplayer. I thought I saw...
There is going to be eventually, but you're going to need a second game. Well, yeah, you're going to need a second
So, like,
console
she'd be
for
able
it.
to play with one of you guys then?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Because,
yeah, can't you play the game with one Joy-Con?
I don't know.
I just figured, because, like, it's
shit.
not...
Sorry, I'm watching... I have Boston versus London playing, like, silently on my other monitor. Because now I have 2 monitors, guys!
I still don't... I'm still not a part of that life yet.
Yeah, it's real nice. I mean, I knew it was going to be nice, but it's real nice. But yeah, so I have it going, and it is a very intense first round right now. And Boston, good job, Boston. They didn't win; they just got to the end of the map,
around,
which is good.
Or did something good.
Yeah.
So
anyway,
beep boop up. Yeah, I'm pretty pumped about that. That's pretty cool.
that Ashley's playing video games.
She's playing. Granted, when I'm playing Breath of the Wild, I would like to keep playing Breath of the Wild, but
yeah,
that's okay.
Nintendo's a nice console for, and I think the Switch specifically now is.
I actually absolutely love. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Okay.
Absolutely love the accessibility of playing the Switch just from the, hey, I'm going in the other room. Okay, I'll bring this with me.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do that with anything else right now.
Yeah, it's so nice. But also, just, like, having a Nintendo console, it's just, like, a good console for people like Ashley who are, like, not really gamers, but they...
Not hardcore, anyways.
They know how to play games, and they don't mind playing games from time to time. So it's a good console for that, for sure. And, like, the new Kirby game that's coming out might be fun for her, if she, like, to get her into platforming.
Yeah, I mean, she's played, she says she's played, Mario before and whatnot, so I mean, I'm trying to think another game that we played. I think we played, like, Castle Crashers together. It was like a beat 'em up. Yeah.
Oh, sweet. It's like, I just realized how cold I was, and, I was like, cold. I want a jacket. It's cold in my house, or in my apartment, and I had a hoodie hanging on the back of my chair, so...
I have my windows open currently.
Why?
Because I want to make sure my computer doesn't freeze up, which is what I thought had happened. And then I was looking, I'm like, nope, I'm still recording.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, well, Jordan's computer's been kind of shitting the bed, so maybe he's having an issue there. But
yeah, hopefully I'll take care of that soon. I'm going to sort that out. I'm probably sort that out this weekend, because it's going to be forever. To download things and whatnot.
Oh yeah, for sure. Just installing WoW takes things forever.
Yeah.
Fuck. What else?
So
Still trying to think. We talked. Was BlizzCon after our last episode? When does BlizzCon?
I think we already had talked BlizzCon. Yeah.
Did we talk BlizzCon? I can't remember.
I believe so. There has been. I think since our last video, there has been, at least for as far as Blizzard games go, I mean, there's been a huge patch for World of Warcraft that scales the leveling from, it goes 1 to 60 is an entire leveling bracket now, and then 70 to 80 is its own bracket now as well. But then Warlords and Legion you still have to do yourself.
I don't 100% know if...
Oh, no, I think 85 to 90...
Oh, no, we did talk about it.
Yeah, something like that. 85 to 95? Or was it 85 to 100?
I don't know.
One of the expansions jumped back into 10 levels again. That was Warlords. So 90 to 100.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 80... I guess it would be 80 to 90. You can choose, I think, to do Cataclysm leveling, or if you want to jump right into Mists of Pandaria.
Yeah. And then you can do Wrath or Burning Crusade content.
Exactly, yes. And no one wants to do Burning Crusade ones. Only because those are the least updated and like...
Yeah.
That's like vanilla-esque leveling paths and whatnot.
I actually like some zones in Burning Crusade. I just always hated... Hellfire Peninsula. I didn't like the questing in Hellfire.
It just felt really spread out and slow to me.
So the fact that you can just like straight up just skip that is beautiful. Like you can just skip Hellfire and go to...
Yeah, you can just go straight to Howling Fjord or what's the other one?
Howling Fjord
Orient and Tundra.
Those are both Wrath.
Wrath. That's right. If I'm saying if you want to skip, well, I guess if you want to,
I was saying you can skip to a different zone.
So here, jeez, so we're back. So
really into whatever he sees.
Come here. I know you're really into the leveling, right? Yeah. The one thing I will say, the thing with that is, there is still a minimum level requirement for some zones. So like, if you're like level 1, you can't go to like the Burning Steps or something like that, like because those are like a minimum level requirement. They still scale, but they scale starting at a certain level. So like you can't just jump into a zone like that. But it definitely branches it out for a lot of other zones. And if people are leveling up super duper fast, you could stay in the same zone and still be doing the quest, because that's something that happened before the patch. Is if you wanna do like recruit a friend, or if you have heirlooms, any kind of XP bonus, you're leveling up way faster than the quests in that zone are giving you, and so then you'd have to jump to another zone without finishing all that content that's in that zone.
Yeah.
And so with this, Blizzard makes it scale so that, people actually continue to stay in that zone. Which is neat. I think it's a really interesting way to refresh people into wanting to level characters.
And then they nerfed Recruit a Friend.
Also, they nerfed Recruit a Friend. And that's drawing a little bit of flack from people because Blizzard still allows you to purchase boosts.
Yeah. So
if you don't want to do the leveling process, you could always do this since Warlords, I think.
Yeah.
That you can just purchase a boosted character.
I never understood why people would go through the hassle of like Recruit a Friend instead of just boosting.
There are benefits. I mean, the one biggest benefit of it was you could level up super fast. I mean, I leveled
I guess you could level multiple.
I leveled with Ashley.
Level multiple characters super fast, I guess, is the benefit. Because if you
no, it was just one character that you could do with Recruit a Friend.
But if you multi-boxed, couldn't you have 2 accounts? And
Yeah. Well, I guess you could do that. But the regular person that just actually recruited a friend. So like when I recruited Ashley, we leveled up 2 characters together, and
it was fast.
That was just
you both got
super
the
duper fast.
Yeah.
But now
you
they've
that bonus.
Put that down into the ground.
Yeah.
I think it was too fast though, and maybe that's another thing that they're worried about happening. Although at the same time, now that it scales, that shouldn't be a thing.
Well, they were saying they scaled everything so that people could experience the content again.
Yeah.
And with the 300% boost, it was going to be too quick, and you would just be sitting in one spot doing one quest line basically while you spam dungeons.
Yeah. But that's okay. That's what people can do now though. That's what I'm saying. That's something that people can absolutely do. Yeah. And they can. I think that's a benefit. I don't think that's a negative thing. If they want to see all of a zone's quests, and they are queuing for dungeons at the same time, like spamming dungeons, they can stay in that same zone without having to move, because it scales.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't actually read through like their reasoning behind it, but
that was their main thing, was just talking about how they're, before, if people were queuing for dungeons, had recruit a friend boosts and whatnot of XP, people were just blasting through, like, doing dungeons, because that's the fastest way to level.
Yeah.
And then they'd have to go into the next zone, like every 2 dungeons or something, and they'd like never complete any quests, and so there was like no point in seeing those zones at all, because they weren't giving them level equivalent quests and whatnot, or of XP. So they did that, and what is it? I mean, for the most part, I don't think there's going to be another major patch. There might be like another PvP patch or another PvP season, but there's probably not going to be anything for like another 8 to 9 months. So, buckle down and level some characters.
Seriously.
In other Blizzard news, Heroes of the Storm. Since the last time we talked, I believe 3 other heroes were released. Alex Straza, who is the dragon, the queen of the red dragon flight.
Yep.
Hanzo from Overwatch.
Yep.
And Blaze from StarCraft. StarCraft? I don't know if he's actually from the first StarCraft or from StarCraft 2.
I don't either. I don't play StarCraft.
But he's interesting. I like him. He's the one that just recently got released. And tomorrow, it was already hinted earlier this week, but it got confirmed. Maiev Shadow Song is being spotlighted tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
So there was like a green glowy thing on the like a little animation on the Heroes of the Storm front page, and so people were either saying it's Maiev, or it could be Mal'Ganis, or one of the other demons.
Yep.
We don't have. There's no other. I mean, there's plenty of World of Warcraft characters in Heroes of the Storm, but there's no demon yet. That there's not a skin of. So like there's a skin of Dreadlord Jaina, which is funny.
Yeah.
And then Overwatch has the new cosmetic looks, huh?
Yeah. They just got a huge 100 cosmetics patch plus Blizzard World.
That's right.
Tuesday, 2 days ago. Which is cool. So I told Robin, I was like, "Hey Robin, they're adding all these cosmetics," and she's like, "Oh my god, like the black cat, like Lolita diva is everything." And,
I did see that. Yeah. And
so she was all super excited, and I was like, "But all the cosmetics are going into the base loot boxes, so like you can still save your coins and like not have to worry about it." And like we log in yesterday, it was her first time. She's like, "Oh my god, and she like buys it with her 1,000 coins. And I was like, "Robin," she's like, "What?" I was like, "Why didn't you just like save your coins for the next event where you're gonna be like wanting a skin, and now you're 1,000 coins down from where you were at before." And so she kind of screwed herself, but whatever. She's happy that she got the skin. I guess that's all that matters. But yeah, so they added that, and that's cool. Blizzard World's like
I like some of the Blizzard. I mean, I see. What is that supposed to be? Black Hand from Warlords of Draenor. I'm looking at the skins.
Yep.
Sonya, I think that is Zarya. Zarya that's dressed as Sonya, and she's from Diablo.
Yeah. Well, she's just dressed as a barbarian.
She's a barbarian. You're right, but specifically, she looks like Sonya from. I guess Sonya is a barbarian. So, and then Muradin.
What was that?
Oh, yep. Oh well, that's Torbjorn. Torbjorn looks like Muradin.
Yep. And then Doomfist looks like Black Hand.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. And then Widowmaker looks like what's her face from StarCraft? Nova.
Nova, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is funny because there's a Black Widow, or Yeah, there's a Widowmaker skin in Heroes of the Storm of Nova. It's
Nova.
on Nova. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, it's cool. That was pretty exciting, and Blizzard World's really fun to play on. It's like a huge map. Like on attack, the first push is pretty brutal, but after that it kind of opens up. It's funny. It's like a reverse hourglass in my opinion. It like you have like a really specific choke point at the very start, and then you open up to like this really I just punched my wall. You have this really open area where there's like lots of high points and low points and kind of like tunnel areas and buildings you can go into, and then it kind of narrows down again at the end for the final push. So it's pretty interesting. I love playing in like the second or like the middle of the zone. I think it's really, really fun.
Yeah. All right. I think I'm gonna get bouncing.
Yeah, it's time to wrap this up because I am getting very hungry. Your dog needs to go outside, and
yep.
Yeah. So we're back. Hopefully, we'll be able to do this on a regular basis again, and we both thank you for watching.
Possibly a big announcement coming soon.
Possibly, we'll see. But yeah, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.